Shalom. Hey, Star fam. How are we doing? How are we? Oh, wait. How are we doing? Bonjour. I am world-renowned TV and film critic Nicolette Star. I am here stepping in for our dear friend Nikki Star TV while she is on strike with both unions. Please support actors and writers. Yes, support them all. Support them all, please. They need all the support they can get, especially now since the studios are playing hardball. How are we doing, Star family, as Nikki Star calls you? How are we doing? Let's get in here. You are on time, Nikki. I had a rough day, so it's nice to end the night with you. Thank you, Blue Jay. Hi, Kai. CM said, if you like now, you won't forget. I know that's right. Right. Hey, crazy homebody girl. Been a while since I caught a live. Hey, Busola. My sister from across the pond. Wait, I'm in the same pond as you. Hey, how are you? Hey, Ethan. Hey, Simply Simone. We are back. Hey, Bianca. Hey, Visual Taste. Hey, Carmen. Nikki Star TV wanted me to let you know that the front lines are hot. She is melting. But the good news is she's losing 10 pounds a day because of the heat. OMG, keep her in your prayers. Hey, Miss T. Hey, Kiki. Hey, crazy homebody girl. Hey, Just G. Studious. I know. Oh, Stephanie. Oh, thank you so much. Stephanie has sent a $25 cash. Oh, wait. Does Nikki? No, Nikki doesn't do that. Stephanie has sent a cash app to support the Nikki Star TV Keep Her Lights On Fund. Thank you. Thank you so much, Stephanie. God bless your hearts and a cheerio to you. Chip, chimney. For love. Thank you so much. Miss Gigi almost broke my finger getting in here. Hey! Hey, Carmen said, girl, I was about to pop in a Sex in the City DVD, but they can wait for you. I know that's right. Hey, Sugar Cane. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Mel. Oh, all is well indeed. Hey, Julia. Hey, Jazzy. Hey, Vodka. Nicolette indeed. Oh, class is absolutely in session. Excuse me for looking me. World-renowned TV and film critic. Don't Google it. Hey, Spency. Thank you so much. Simply Simone said, girl, I need to cool off from everybody breaking up this week. Who broke up? Who? Who broke up this week? Who? Hey, Nora. Just in case SAG-AFTRA changes the rules again, I want to be safe from being jumped by both unions. So we got to do what we have to do here, Drewski. Go along with it, please. I don't know if I can keep this up. Yeah, yes. Listen, I watched it. Shoot, I watched it. I could not get through a lot of it because it was, I have to be honest with you, it was annoying. It was extremely annoying because they just kept on talking over each other. So I got the gist of it, and we will absolutely talk about it sometime this week. I know it's Wednesday. You're like, what day? Thursday or Friday? It all depends because your girl is still striking. So it all depends. Hey, Caroline. Hey, Johnny. Listen, she'll be back. We'll be back and forth. I think we're gonna keep up Nicolette for like the first 10 minutes. Because I feel like, after 10 minutes, people check out of a video. So we'll keep her up for 10 minutes and then we'll get into it. Thank you so, Steph. Hey, she got 2 kids, D. Oh! What's that? I heard a little cha-ching. What's that? What's going on? Hey, thank you so much, Carmen. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the Cash App. My dear friend, Nikki Star TV highly recommends, if you are going to support her or the channel, to please send Cash Apps, PayPal, Venmos, but we are not turning away a super chat. Speaking of super chats, Busala, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. Thank you so much. I have to find my thing. My clicker, I can't find it. I think I left it in Atlanta. I tried. It's just, they're an ensemble. Oh, yes, I just saw that. That hurt me. That hurt. Wait, that's SpongeBob Pro. I didn't know where he was. Child, Ariana love messing up a happy home. Oh. Ariana Grande loves destroying a happy home. Nikki Star TV would never say such a thing. Child. I'm so mad at Richard Lawson. Because what did he do? Oh, or it could be me. Hey, man. My Cash App is right here in the along the thing. Because I done forgot it. It's Cash App, $ NikkiNicoleStar. That's NikkiNicoleStar. Thank you all so much. The only reason why I encourage those is because YouTube gets a cut. And listen, when I was booked and busy, I didn't mind them taking a portion. Now, girl, Thank you. Listen. So before we get into it, I've been doing things like mental health things because, to be quite honest with you, living in LA during the writer strike and the SAG-AFTRA strike and then impending strikes, it's very stressful. I got to be honest with you guys. It's very, very stressful, especially when all of basically my whole community is wrapped up in these 2 industries and everybody is, just panicking, to be quite honest. So it's just very, very difficult. So I've been focusing on, of course, prayer. Child, my prayer life has increased, child. Words of affirmation, health and fitness now, because walking around Disney 20 times in 90-degree heat, listen, I have learned that I haven't worked out like that since my CrossFit days. So now I'm getting into stretching and, just putting proper foods and, liquid into my body because I'm really pushing with striking. It's not a game. But also keeping the mind up because if you just think about everything, it could just really break you. And Hollywood won't break my soul. They won't break my soul. Can I tell you, Break My Soul is a praise and worship song for me. It's a praise and worship song for me. Every time I get to the picket line, I sign in at the SAG after registration, I get my sign, and I put in Renaissance. We start with "You Won't Break My Soul," because that just keeps me going. So I've been doing like a lot of mental health things. And one of the mental health things that I'm doing, aside from like taking care of my body and all of those things, I've been getting into flowers. I just got these. They're called like unicorn something. Unicorn something. Let me get the name in case you want it. They're so pretty. I'm telling everybody. Oh, Jesus. My studio's getting a little small. Oh no, this is sorry. Unicorn. Okay, I don't went over there to get the name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Unicorn Gysophilia. But it's so pretty. And I have like several vases in my home. So I'm like just, spending the $2 or $3 and just getting flowers and just looking at something pretty. You know what I mean? It's something to do. I look at it right now and it just warms my heart. Let me show you. Like, ew. Oh, wait, hold on. Isn't she lovely? There she goes. Isn't this pretty? Just warms my heart. Waking up to this, going into my living room and seeing this, just a blessing. Just so pretty. But it's the little things. Oh, Jesus. Oh, behind the wall, behind the curtain. It's the little things. You know what I mean? So yeah. And I feel like this is giving Cicely Tyson too. Right? Come on, Sounds up. Yeah. Anyway. So good. Guys, Starbucks, 50% off every Wednesday. I did not know that until I went today. And I am supposed to be off of Starbucks, not for health reasons, because, we're pinching over here, okay, financially. But it was so hot. It was so hot out there. I was striking today at Netflix. Never again, baby. Too hot and too crowded. But I was like, I got to get something to drink. I want to pass out. I got me a Starbucks and the lady was like, "Oh, do you want the promo?" I said, "Absolutely." Didn't know what the promo was, but I wanted the promo. It sounded like a discount to me. And she was like, "Yeah, every Wednesday, Starbucks is 50% off." I said, "Oh, no problem. I'll see you next Wednesday." God is good. Aaliyah, thank you. It's better than the super chat. Thank you so much. Listen, I would be so mad at my dad. I'm no longer Beyonce's sister. I'm no longer your daughter. How about that? I'm sorry. This is not funny. I hope they can make it work. I hope that they could make it work. Some people said, well, I get my notes. Is that the IKEA vase? Do you like it? I was thinking of getting it. I love it. I got one for my Atlanta home and my LA home. It's beautiful. In my Atlanta home, I haven't seen a light really hit that yet because it's so hot here. I have a gorgeous view. Yep, you guys have seen it, but it's so hot here. I keep all the blinds closed because it's just so hot. So I don't know what that looks like in the light yet, but in Atlanta, I have it on my shelf in my living room. We have these huge windows, and when the light hits that vase, gorgeous. Get it. If you see it, get it. And I want to go back and get the mini. It's so nice. Oh my goodness. North Carolina was 93. A mess. And do y'all have humidity? Oh, take me to the ER. I normally start my strikes really early, and I go until it hits 90 degrees. Like when it hits 90 degrees, I'm like, yeah, I'm out. Nobody should be working out in 90-degree weather. Nobody. And that's a workout. I had no idea that Disney was such a huge studio until I started walking around that thing. Girl. So yeah, when it hits 90 degrees, I'm like, okay, Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all. Right? I was like, oh, I will see you next Wednesday. Oh my goodness, Brandon, I love you. Thank you so much for the cash app, Brandon. God bless. God bless you all. God bless you all. It's me, Nunu said apparently July 2023 is the hottest month in history. I feel like August is going to be even worse. Like, did y'all hear that the ocean is boiling? We have got to get politicians and leadership who care about climate change. Because the thing about it is, they so old. Shout out to Mitch McConnell. Girl, they so old. They know that they not going to be here. So they don't care what happens to the planet. Because they know they got about 2 or 3 more days. So they don't care. But the people who still got some time here, we have to vote people in office who care about climate change. That needs to be an issue. The ocean is boiling and the sea creatures are coming up to get us. Sea otters, the most peaceful creatures in the sea, is fighting humans. They're angry. We're destroying their home. They say you can do whatever you want to your home, not our home. We need politicians that care about climate change. It's very important. Hey, Jesse. Jesse said, I was walking around outside at a family reunion in this heat in Vegas. Oh, no. If you are not from the West Coast or you don't live over here, do not, I repeat, do not go to Vegas from June through September. Baby, your skin will boil off your body. I made the mistake of doing that one time. And that was like back when I was campaigning for President Barack Obama. We've been paying for that presidency ever since. But that's back when I was campaigning for him. And me and my sister did it. And we were just like, yeah, we'll just phone bank. That was crazy. Do not that. And that desert heat, it may be 115, but it feels like 190. You don't think that you could survive it. It's crazy. Crazy. Yes. And they need to. They need to continue to do it. I'm not getting in that water. I'm not getting in that water. We're now seeing sea creatures that we have never been seen. That Japanese iridescent fish all of a sudden just popped out of nowhere. Sharks that we have never discovered now popping up and they float in the shallow water. They are coming to eliminate us. And I feel sorry for the surfing community because there's the sweetest Caucasians and Hawaiians you'll ever meet are surfers. And my God, today, I feel like they're going to be the first to go. They're going to be the first to go. JMT, my shoes used to melt in Vegas. Let me tell you something. That happened to me. I got these shoes from Shein. And when I tell you, I was walking parrot-toed and bow-legged because those shoes melted halfway down the strip. Never again. Never again. We're going to end with Busola, and then we're going to get into it. Busola said, I have to consider climate change when I consider buying a home in the near future. The western portions of Canada are burning, and the east coast is flooding. Italy, too. My God, today, what is happening to Italy? Climate change is the reason why y'all know that New York City is a top place for me. I love living in New York City. However, I can't buy property there. New York City is sinking. It just does not make any sense to pay that much money on a property that's going to continue to devalue because that island is sinking. Unfortunately. And I don't know if they can do enough to save it. I don't know. I do not know. But New York is sinking. Sad. Like every time it floods, every time it rains, it floods. It floods. Dangerous. Oh, thank you. This is just a little something. I'm highlighting the cheekbones because the cheekbones are coming back. Listen, I want this strike to end, but there are some benefits. Hey, Toya Star is in the building. Toya Star is in the building. We're going to start off with the Real Housewives of Atlanta on a network we are not going to talk about. We don't shout out no networks here. Oh my goodness, Carmen, bless your heart. Thank you for the cash app. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's start off with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. First of all, we're just going to get into it. As a TV critic, I am appalled at what I believe is about to happen on this show. I think that this show is going to try to out a cast member. And I don't know why it's always the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But they just are that show to me. And I guess I'm looking at certain things because it's just not giving what it used to. See, this is the thing. Y'all have to over deliver so the audience can overlook how problematic you really are, right? And when you're not delivering, we start noticing some things. We start figuring things out, right? And the trailer for the end of this episode and the trailer for the next episode and for the remainder of the season, it appears as if this show is going to try to out Drew Sidora, right? Or force her out of some closet. Hey, Missy B, thank you so much for the Cash App for my favorite TV critic. Mwah! Love you. Thank you so much. But I believe from what we saw. Now, if that's a misdirect, how could you? How dare you? That's awful. If your misdirect is homophobia, come on. Come on. And this is always the Real Housewives of Atlanta, though. You know who else was doing? There was another TV show that did this, and I was just like, that's problematic. I think it was another housewife show. Or maybe they were all the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Was it Potomac? Whatever. I just feel like they constantly do this, and it's just very bothersome to me because when the producer in the trailer asked her if she was dating a woman and then they cut to her crying, I was just like, this is what we as an audience do not need to see. This is train wreck TV. This is not a documentary, right? This show was not on A&E. This show is not on a documentary network. This show is on a trash TV network. So we're literally there for entertainment. We're not there to learn anything. Different strokes for different folks, right? If one network is just about learning and educating and invoking sympathy and change from the audience, that's different. But if you have this audience where people are literally tuning in to be entertained, and the entertainment that you are serving us is a cast in a TV show outing one of your cast members, I'm going to tune out of that because that is not something that I, as a TV critic, will like to consume or think the audience that follows me because I'm a world-renowned TV and movie critic would want to see, right? So I hope that's not where they're going. But even if this is where they are going, it just seems very cruel. Even if this isn't where they're going, it just seems really, really cruel that the misdirect is possible homophobia and possibly outing a cast member, especially. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much, Jordan. Thank you. Here we go. For Waters in that heat. Thank you so much. And this is absolutely going to my to the Nikki Star TV Fiji Water Fund, because that's another mental health thing. That is another mental health thing. Let me just stick a pin in that for a moment. Let me tell you something. Because I'm cutting down on costs, just being sensible, right? Not panicking, just being sensible. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to switch from Fiji to Deer Park. Do you know it took me a week to drink a gallon of Deer Park? It wouldn't go down. My bougie esophagus, my bougie lungs was just not having it. I would drink it and it would come back up. I'm like, what the? I'm thirsty. I'm dehydrated. I need it. But let me get a Fiji. Smooth like butter. So that's where that's going. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So that's right off the bat with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I did not like that they're leading the audience down a road where they are going to potentially out one of their cast members. It just seems very ugly, very low hanging fruit. And it is a problem because the community that it advertises to has a problem with homophobia. But yet, the many supporters are a part of the Let God Be True quickly. Let God be true quickly community. Weird. Do better, says world-renowned TV and film critic Nikki Star. New confessionals. I thought they were cute. There have been speculations that a certain cast member got something done to their face. Listen, I think it's easy for people to point the fingers, say, "Oh my goodness, you should not have done anything. Why did you do that? Or you didn't need to, or we can tell that something was done." Here's the thing. Being a middle-aged woman on TV has to be extremely difficult, especially when you are working in a misogynistic industry. Especially if you are working in an industry that throws women away as soon as they start their periods. Real talk. Real talk. As soon as you exude anything that is of a woman, especially a woman who has a fully developed brain, this industry checks out. You're treated like garbage. You're paid less. You're sexually harassed every day you step onto set. And you are told that you are not this, and that, and you are always compared to something younger. So it's not shocking to me when older women in the entertainment industry do things to their face to make them appear younger, or especially when you are working in an industry where and live in a nation where the white supremacist beauty standards are at an all-time high. It does not shock me that they would alter themselves to look youthful and alter themselves to give a more caucus aesthetic. It does not shock me, and I think the audience needs to take that into consideration, because I did see the controversy, I did see the difference, and my heart sank, because as a woman who works in this industry, I know exactly what she's dealing with, because I was battling that since I was 25. So I get it. And even though I'm gorgeous, I say today I would never do anything to my face. But working in an industry like this, it comes up. It comes up. And you just have to continue to fight it. And I probably wouldn't be as strong as I am if I weren't in a family or a community that constantly encouraged me and just let me know that I'm fine just the way I am, right? But if you're in a community of women who do the same thing, right, who feel the same way, who are constantly told the same thing, and nobody is battling those negative thoughts or ideas that are spoken over them, things like this happen. So I get the jokes. I honestly understand it. You're right. She's not the nicest person. So I get why people were just so forthcoming with mentioning things about her face, but my heart sank. My heart sank because I knew exactly where it was coming from. Exactly where it was coming from. So when they lighten their skin, when they slim their nose, when they put all kinds of fillers in their face, just know it's coming from a deeply, deeply awful place that is rooted within the entertainment industry. So yeah, confessionals are great. There were some people who looked different, but that is just a bigger understanding of why some of those things happen, especially in this industry. And you'll see more. You'll see more, because that is just the culture of Hollywood. So yeah, it's not going to stop with her. Let's talk about scamming. I believe that there is a cast member on this show who is getting scammed by her new boyfriend. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Here's the issue. If every time the business mogul, salad and smoothie mogul that you are dating, if every time he is on camera, he is promoting his business, it just appears to be a little fishy. That's all. You don't have any other shirt? You don't eat anywhere else? You literally eat a kale salad and smoothie, a kale smoothie, blueberry smoothie every day or every time you just so happen to meet your girlfriend who's on a very popular reality TV show? It appears from my world renowned TV and film critic mind and eyesight that this woman may be getting scammed by a gentleman who is using her celebrity proximity in this TV show to promote his business. There could be an arrangement, there could be an understanding. If that is so, I hope she gets a lot of money from it. It's disappointing though, because we want to see this person thrive. We really, really do. What is her name? Slice him up, Marlo. Listen, problematic, yes, she is. Annoying, yes, she is. Mentally unwell at times, yes. However, I do not like how when she tries to make peace and when she walks away from things, she is still antagonized by Kenya. Because here's the thing. It is discovered that Marlo has also dated Mr. Kell, which also gives me as a world-renowned TV and film critic, pause, right? Because if you hit up Marlo, go on a date, and it doesn't work, why would you dip back into the same pond, right? Unless your goal is to get on this show. And I feel like Kenya is doing a lot of my man, right? Is doing a lot of, belittling of Marlo with this guy, the solid man. And I feel like she's going to be humbled in this situation because I think she is probably just so enamored with the attention and so I don't want to say thirsty, but just desiring, attention, especially while you're going through a really, nasty divorce, right? And this attention from a guy who just seems to be, well off and unassuming is desiring you and really chasing you. You start to, when you're in such a shaky place, you overlook certain things, right? So finding out that he dated Marlo should have gave you pause, right? Because you did the same thing with Martell. You were able to see that, oh, he hit up me and now he's hitting up you. It's obvious that he wants to get on the show. But how is it not the same thing when he hit up Marlo, when Mr. Kale hit up Marlo and that didn't work out and then he hit up you? How are you not seeing it? Is it because you can only see it when it happens to somebody else and you can't see it when it happens to you? That's what friends are for. That's what community is for. Where is Candy Burris Tucker? Where is she? Probably somewhere eating and having a good time. Help your friend. She's getting scammed. Let's move on to Portugal. Here's the money. We finally see some money from this cast. Normally, when this cast or Potomac goes out on any girls trip, you really do not see the money. We tend to see the money on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and, of course, the Real Housewives of New York, but we rarely see it on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and on the Real Housewives of Potomac. I don't know why these shows, well, we're talking about Potomac, these shows, I don't know why they do not get the same budget as the other shows. I don't want to assume that it's something else. We'll leave that to Lanithia Leaks. But we're finally seeing the money. This is a really nice trip, really well put together. The ladies finally traveled in style. The ladies are going out and exploring Portugal. We're getting some history. We see them dining at nice restaurants. Everybody looks very well put together, except for Moneta. Now, here's the issue that I have. I think that she is a Southern belle. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not understanding the Tina Turner mullet wig in Portugal. I'm like, is it a bang? Is it a bob? Is it finger waves? It's a lot going on there. And I just wish we had some kind of clear understanding and why this was chosen for Portugal. I was a little taken aback by that, but you know what? Different strokes for different folks. Yes, a TV critic's opinion. This retreat, this Portugal healing retreat, that is who She by Sheree. She is the one that's hosting it. She says that it's a healing retreat. This retreat has been nothing but healing. Sheree has been nothing but badgering, which is why I think the show chose her to be the one to lead out on this retreat, because she is such a badgerer. Right? She is somebody who stirs the pot. She is somebody who causes a lot of chaos. Good for reality TV, horrible in the real life. I hope that this is a performance. But that is why I believe the show chose her to be in that position to lead out and host the healing retreat, because she is nothing of the sort. She doesn't do healing. She does verbal assault. Verbal assault. But on this trip, she met her match and this match's name is, who is this? Oh, Mogetta. I love this hair. I don't know why we were doing the mullet in Portugal. Who is this? Oh, is this Courtney? Is that her name? My God, today. Girl, I done forgot about you. That's the problem. You know what? Oh, there she is. No, that's not her. Oh, technical difficulties. We're having tech. There she is. Drusadora, outstanding job in Portugal. Verbally, I don't want to say verbally assaulting, but verbally matching Sheree, She by Sheree in the verbal assault. I think she handled it very well. I think she got her together. I think her points were clear and concise. I do think that there was a lot of stuff behind the emotional breakdown, right? But I do feel like the points that Drusadora was making to She by Sheree made a lot of sense. She by Sheree does not like to be held accountable for a lot of things. So of course, every time Drew tried to hold her accountable, it became a conflict. Good for ratings. Good for ratings. So I don't know if in that moment that She by Sheree is ghost producing, or if she is just not able to be held accountable. I don't know if that was it, but Drusadora, the TV critic in me, but Drew was making a lot of good points, saying that if me and you are moving forward, you cannot bring up things of the past. I'm addressing something that has happened today. Now, that bothered me. You're bringing up things of the past to justify how poorly you treated me now in this moment. Really clear, really concise. Sheree was just battling back and forth because it appeared as if she did not want to be held accountable for being awful to Drew, bringing up the lawsuit. And yes, it's only $1,000, but a sue is a sue, right? It hurts you. It puts your name out there poorly. Even if the person is right, even if the person is vindicated, when somebody is getting sued, that goes out farther than, oh, this person has been vindicated, right? So Drew is, upset about the fact that this could look really bad on her, and this person has been talking bad about her in the press. So she was upset that Sheree brought that up in a shady kind of fun manner. And Sheree is upset because she's just like, I was just joking, but you did that to me. And Drew was like, well, we have made amends and we decided to move forward. Why are you going back there? Sheree did not understand that. Drew had a breakdown. She ran outside. Sheree then came out and apologized to her before cussing her out and trying to get her together. There was a little back and forth, but then they were able to finally get it together. This is then where the show leads into the fact that they think that something else is happening. Because later on in the evening, while after production left, let's just talk about this for real. Get the TV critic out of here. We have got to stop bringing up anything that is associated with Bolo's penis, because anything that is associated with Bolo's penis is just detrimental to the livelihoods and the images of these women on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know what they did in that orgy at that plantation in South Carolina, but it was going down. It was going, a lot of freaking dinky mess was going down. And you know what? I really enjoy Atlanta. I have just been hearing that there's like a demonic sexual energy. That something is going on. I guess a lot of demonic sexual perversion. I just keep on hearing about that. I'm like, Atlanta? Not my Atlanta, not the wholesome place of black wealth. What is going on? I just keep on hearing it. But anyway, whatever happened at this plantation in South Carolina, it was just a freaky deaky mess, right? A lot of stuff was going on that none of those women want to get out, right? So production leaves, but they leave. Production, the cameras, the big cameras go down, but production leaves the, grainy, hidden cameras. And then this is where the discussion of Bolo and the plantation orgy, all of that stuff starts to come out, right? And then Kandi says, well, you kissed LaToya. And then Drew says to Kandi, well, LaToya came and apologized to me and Ralph because she said that it wasn't true. And then in her confessional, she says that Kandi put her up to it. Then Kandi gets upset. She's like, I ain't no lie. I don't never lie. Not me. And she gets upset and she says that she's going to leave. And then the show cuts to the producer asking Drew if, she kissed the woman. And then we see all of these, blog clips of, Mimi's ex. I don't know how they identify ex-stud, right? So Mimi's ex-stud and Drew are allegedly in something. That's what the rumor is. So the show cuts to that, and then we get, coming up or next week or something like that, and then we see Drew crying at the end. Again, I hope that the show is not going to that, to like outing her. It doesn't seem like a good move, but we will see. It could just be a misdirect. I'm hoping it's a misdirect. It's still awful, but I'm hoping that it's a misdirect. What? Am I forgetting something? Question. Do you guys think that King get faked that fall? I don't. As somebody who wears Crocs often, so I'm falling all the time, I don't think she faked that. That looked very, very real. And I would be concerned too. Like, I feel like anybody over the age of 19, whenever you fall, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Every year you start regenerating like you used to. So I don't think that she was over exaggerating. A lot of people did. Or not a lot, but some people did. I don't think that she was over exaggerating. I don't think that she was faking it, but you never know. What do you guys think? Let's get into it. We're going to talk for 10 minutes and then we're going to chat for 10 minutes and then we're going to get into the Real Housewives of New York. Let me put on my timer. Let's get into the comments. We got a super chat. Thank you. She got 2 kids, D. Y'all about to be mad at me, but Kandi done pissed me off about Drew. And if deranged Marlo comes for Kandi, I'm not feeling bad no more. I will agree with you. She got 2 kids, D. I didn't think that this showed Kandi in the best light because this is the thing. I get that she did not want Drew to make her out to be a liar, right? However, she is someone who has been accused several times of being closeted, of being, a closeted lesbian. It's come up several times. And she was mortified by that. Mortified. She did not like that treatment, especially coming from Marlo. She didn't like it and was very hurt by it. So to expose, if you like, it was very obvious that Drew was, really working hard to make it seem like that didn't happen because they knew that they were being filmed at some point, right? So it was very obvious that she was, what? Me? It was very obvious that she was, trying to let people know that let's just keep that under wraps. And then Kandi just, in my opinion, just really went overboard with it. And I'm like, you got to be able to pick up the girl's social cues. Now, maybe if the cameras weren't there, she would absolutely admit it, right? But it was very obvious that she just did not want to have that conversation. So I didn't like that either. I will say that was a low point for me watching Kandi do that. I was just like, yeah. Ooh, I would have handled that differently, but that's how Nikki Star, Nikki Star, the world-renowned food, TV, movie critic. I got to work on that. Dahlia said, ever since I saw the ladies on the Real Housewives of Potomac visit Lisbon, Portugal's been number one on my list of European countries to visit. It's so beautiful, especially that market. That market was to die for. I know that food was so fresh. So fresh. Oh, now that makes sense. Miss T said maybe the wig was picked due to humidity. Maybe it looked like the wig was humid. Didn't it? I'm like, Monietta, why do you have a mullet in Portugal? It just was not resonating with me. I kept like in every scene she was in, I went right to that wavy mullet. A textured mullet. Oh my God. Like, what is, yeah, she's finding it. She's finding it. This is the thing, Tiny. And Monietta, I do apologize because I'm expecting more from you. And that's just because I really liked your performance on Hollywood Wives of LA. I thought you were really good in that. And when I heard that you were coming on the show, I just was expecting so much more. But I get you're older, you're on a different kind of show, and you're coming in as a friend, and you're probably just coming in very soft. And not what I had expected from a character that you played years ago on reality TV. So I get, oh, hold on, Monietta, in that wavy mullet. Thank you so much. Wait, because I know sometimes you don't want me to be saying your names, your government. I got in trouble for saying somebody's government. Thank you so much, D Fields. Thank you for solidarity. PNA? Who's PNA? Oh, is this your union? Is this your union? Let me know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, D. DD. Thank you. Thank you for the cash app. Yeah, I said somebody's government and they cussed me out in a fun way. In a fun way. But yeah, I think that maybe I'm just expecting more from what I saw before. And listen, people grow. She's probably coming in different and waiting to get like a real contract to like really start moving and showing us. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we won't have any mullets when she's holding an apple, a peach. Maybe. EB said Kenya has like 5 jobs. She doesn't have time to babysit Kenya. You know what? Forgive me for skipping over this. I did not like the lady saying, especially Monietta, saying that Candy should have rushed Kenya to the front and been like, there's a VIP here. Can you help her? No. We don't do that at no hospital. Just because you're a celebrity don't mean that you get you get to be seen ahead of the person that's dying. Somebody got their arm cut off, but the Real Housewives of Atlanta is in here. You just got to bleed out while we see if Kenya broke her collarbone. Tailbone? Her spine? Like, absolutely not. I'm like, how entitled? How awful and entitled. How far removed from humanity are you that you could say that and not think twice? Oh, she's a VIP. There are VIPs in a hospital. Burn it down. Burn it down if there are VIPs in a hospital. Do you know that hospital could get sued? Oh, maybe they don't do that in Portugal. But I know in America, you can't do that. You cannot do the HIPAA. Let me get some older comments. Monique said no one ever talked about her looks being bad. She looks good and very fit. Well, I was listening. I watched her Watch What Happens Live, and they were trying to bring some things up about that. But yeah, I knew why she did it, right? And I'm just like, and myself included, I'm being very conscious now, even more about how we talk about women, especially aging women in the entertainment industry. Just, trying to be more conscious about that. But I'm telling you, when I saw that picture, I was just like, when I saw her confession, I was like, oh, they got you finally. Damn. It's me, Nunu said, Real Housewives of Atlanta needs to pull the Real Housewives of New York and recast the entire show. Throw the whole cast away because they have nothing left to give. A reboot is necessary. A reboot is necessary for all of those shows. I'd say reboot every show except for Potomac. And we can, we'll get to the Real Housewives of New York. But yeah, a reboot is absolutely necessary. I think the issue is these ladies have just been on for a very long time. They know the ins and out of the show. They're not as hungry as they used to be, and that's fine. You're comfortable. You're also older. You're not going to be as well. Old people are messy, but they're messy in a different way. They're messy in a slower way. You know what I mean? They're not going to throw drinks, or try to cut somebody's throat with a broken glass. That's the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, right? But they got that crazy woman off the show. So it's probably going to be a different energy, right? Because they have kids, they, have businesses, they want to keep up a certain image. But if you're, a young, executive wife who is trying to get out of their husband's shadow and really get a name for themselves, you won't cut up. You won't cut up. These ladies are just not going to entertain like they used to. And to be quite honest with you, it seems like a lot of them don't like their job anymore. They don't want to be here. They don't want to show up. They're literally showing up for the money. And I just feel like there has to be a deeper drive. They just have to be a bit hungrier if they're going to continue to do the show. And I just feel like the OGs, it just needs to be time to wrap them up. I used to say retire them to another show, and then I watch Crappy Lake. We got to let it go. We got to let. Child, I thought somebody was whistling outside my door. Listen, you can scream. You can even, shoot off a couple rounds in a gun, with a gun. Whistling, creepy. That right there will mess me up. Child. Busola said, I just assumed at this point that 95% of the well-known celebs have had some kind of work done. Yeah. Yeah. It just goes with the territory in the perfection obsessed celeb world. Yeah, it's just don't go too far, right? Oh, there's a very well-known celebrity who is nipped and tucked, but she slightly nips, slightly tucks. And you just go, oh my goodness, what's the skincare routine? Plastic surgery. But it's unclockable. That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it. Thankfully, from looking at my mother, I think I'm going to be okay. But if I got the coin and I can, I'm going to whoever does the Countess Luann's work. The Countess, let me tell you something. She ages like she a POC. She ages like she Creole. What's the surgeon's number? What's the surgeon and dermatologist's number? Countess. We're at time, but I'm going to get a few more. I got that Cash App. Oh wait, we got another. No, I got those two. Thank you, Lord. We got those. Hey, Joan. Joan said, I think that Wreck-It Ralph checked out of the marriage alone. Who's Wreck-It Ralph? Who is Wreck-It Ralph? Oh my God, who are we talking about? Joan! Who is Wreck-It Ralph? Oh my goodness. Marianne said, who is Wreck-It Ralph? Oh, y'all messy. You know what? I will say, if this does come out, if it, the way the show is leading, if it does come out that, Drew is, gallivanting with Mimi's, I don't want to misgender Mimi Stud. If that's what's happening, Mimi's ex Stud, if that's what's happening, I'm going to have a totally different outlook on Tampa. I'm already starting to have a totally different outlook on Tampa. And I feel like there were probably arrangements made. Let's move on. Marianne said, well, maybe they can do a legacy of old cast and then just get a new cast for regular Real Housewives. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if that's going to work because Crappy Lake is just, it's not given. It's not given. It's not, the all-star shows are not given. The last Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, Basura. It's not, it's not working. And I think the missing factor on why these shows are not working is because they don't have me. How you going to take my idea but not hire me? Get that. But I'm union. You got to pay me. You got to pay me. I did not see the interview yet with Nene because I just have so many other shows to watch. You know what show? I just don't know if I'm going to review it because it is not sitting right in my spirit. Carlos, you got to do something about the Bell Collective because it's starting to give a Bell Collective of abused wives. I don't like that. That show is just, it's hit me in the wrong place. I don't feel comfortable. Like the women are just being treated terribly by their husbands that nobody can understand. I don't have a problem with you basing a show in Mississippi. We got to be able to understand these people. No shade to my country folks. No shade, but we're on TV. This show is going out to the global majority. We got to be able to understand what is being said. Don't nobody want to do subtitles all the time? Those husbands are just terrible to those women. It's always good, go, make me a sandwich. Good. You got to have sex with me every day, even when you sleep. What is going on over there? That show makes me very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. She got 2 kids deep, but I am going to watch that interview probably this weekend. She got 2 kids deep. Said, as a church kid, I understand that Drew is being weird. I'm going to hold this because we just got to get confirmation on the situation. But I feel like that's a big factor because her mother is a pest or used to be a pest. OMG. It will explain the homophobia. Oh, really? I've only seen that. I only seen that show. I only know about Carlos from Hollywood Divas. Hollywood Exes. Did he do Hollywood Exes? Carlos, you got to bring back Hollywood Divas. That show was good. Hollywood and R&B Divas. You and your black gums could never be me. Ooh, that show was something else. But his shows like currently on TV all give that. Bell Collective, I don't feel comfortable. It's one girl, I forget what her name is, but she's always crying about her elderly Creole husband who mistreats her. Girl, I just got to do better. He just don't be treating me right, but I love him. Get out of that situation. He is 92. You got money. What is it? Let me. And then there's another one on there. The girl is bringing her stalker on the show. Carlos, what's going on over there? Something ain't right. Something is not crappy. Erica. We're being nice. We are being nice. Yes. DGF said, why would production peer branding with Caroline Manzo? Stop casting Real Housewives of Ultimate Girls Trip for conflict and cast for fun. I just feel like the casting for the show is just a little weird. And I think you have to hire fans of the show, or not even fans, but people who know the show and have watched these shows for a very long time to understand the dynamic of each person that they are putting together in a cast. If anything, I would do Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip and I would just make it OGs from the same season. Can you imagine Caroline Manzo and Teresa and Jacqueline and Dina? it'll never happen. But I'm just saying, let's do that. You know, I'm not giving them no more ideas. No. No. Marianne said, okay, tell it, Nikki. I know that's right. They sure do. Sure do. You know what? Dahlia said, two white women who look good, Helena Bonham Carter and Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren said she looks like that because she didn't have children and she remained single. She said, I don't have no man in my life. That's why I look this way. I hope I keep my body up like Helen Mirren. Mother looks good. She doesn't. She loves a little bikini. Such a good show. Such a good. Do you remember when Kelly Price? I got to move on. But remember when Kelly Price and her husband met up with Little Mo and her husband and Kelly Price, when they sat down, Kelly Price took out her Timbs and was changing her shoes. And Little Mo was like, what's going on? Like, are we about to scrap? Like, oh, those were some good shows. She got two kids. He said only church kids get it. A whole different world. Yep. This is why I give a little grace. Yep. See, y'all gonna hold me accountable. Ugh. But listen, if I could get eyelashes surgically implanted into let me stop. Carmen, I'm not highlighting that, but you see it? Because I was like, okay. Because you know, black families, we pull that rug up. Ciao. Hey, Nona. Nona said hi, Nikki, looking beautiful and putting in that work. Thank you so much. I'm starving and picketing. Blue Jay said, as a church adult, really coming to terms about how I'm a part of the LGBT community and how I feel about that, I can understand Drew. Oh, Blue Jay. Why did I get this? I wish I had something. We love you. Thank you for being a part of the Star family. Love you. Nicholas said, I'm way over time, said, did you think the actors union will affect Garcelle's position past this upcoming season with reality TV being competition for scripted TV shows? She's SAG-AFTRA. Oh, I don't know. I know they're not filming Vanderpump Rules because of that. Oh, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna do some investigation. Nikki Star, world-renowned TV critic, film critic, food critic, therapist, and now investigative journalist is on the case. Give me a minute. I got time. Give me a minute. CM said, and that won't happen. Dina and Tree won't be around Caroline as they should. Yeah, I know that won't happen, but I'm just like, you know what? We're not giving them demons ideas. Run me my money. Erica said, the best Ultimate Girls trip was the one with Dorinda. I hollered the whole time. That was good. Yeah, I did too, but I always feel like I'm laughing at the town drunk. Dorinda, I want you to get help. And this is sincere. Tipsy, you're fun, drunk, terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. A mess. A hot mess. Erica, we gotta move on. Erica said when Kelly Price did Jeffrey Roll. OMG. Oh, Lord. Oh, I wish. You know what? Since I have time, I might just go back and we'll rewatch. You know what? Never mind. Missy said, Nikki Star, your favorite critic's favorite critic. I know that's right. All right, let's move on to, oh, do I have it? I don't. I don't. Hold on. Technical difficulties. We have a technical difficulties. Is this the, you know what? We have got to talk about this because this is a mess. Like, why look like this? You know what? Where's the budget? Maybe they didn't think it would make it. Oh, shoot. I can't put that up. Damn it. Is that on my thing? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh! 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 Wait a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Rhode Island is either a roll or an island. Discuss. Chow. Oh, I gotta delete that. Oh, I need help. I need help, Jesus. Ooh. Chow. Both. Delete from both. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I got to do better. I got to do better. Change. Let me change that right now. Oh, what am I going to do? I don't have nothing I could put up right now. Oh my gosh. I just caught that. Oh Lord. We have to come to an agreement. I can't live like this. This is so stressful. I can't do nothing. Oh. Okay, let's change that right now. Oh God, this is so stressful. All right, let's change that. I can't believe nobody told me. Y'all not looking at my stuff. Y'all not looking at my stuff. Thank you, Jesus. Where else did I put that? Let me take that down right now. I can't live like this, Lord. Father, we have to come to an agreement, Lord. This is stressful. Where's my community section? Oh, Lord. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Oh, Father. He will look out for you. That's done. Okay, we're back. We're back. Oh Lord. I'm so sorry. I realized my advertisements had a network's logo in it. Baby, I had to delete everything. I will make a new thumbnail. Girl, that was scary. Girl, that was some scary. Oh, child. All right. We're back. Whoo, we are back. Let me delete that right. Let me get this out of here. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I got to delete that from the video. Ciao. Anyway, what are we talking about? I can't live like this. I cannot live like this. This is stressful. Oh my, yes. Yes, up people. Star family, if I'm advertising anything and if you see any kind of logo, let your girl know. Let your girl know. Whew, I caught that. Okay, thank you. Let's get into the Real Housewives. But I put it in all of my advertisements. And I was just looking, I was about to click on the picture and I was like, oh girl. Ciao. Whew. All right, we're good. Oh. Thank you, Jesus. All right, let's get into this show. What? Oh, no, it's the wrong one. Ciao. Okay. My God, today we need a resolution. We need peace. We need peace. I'm not myself. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. This is Nichelle, I removed it. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is the reboot of The Real Housewives of New York. This is season 14. This is an all new cast, new ladies. I don't know if any of them are from New York City, but we will get into that. Now, listen. Let's talk about the hard part. I would like to apologize to the Countess Luann and Sonia Morgan Chase because I like the new cast. I feel terrible. I was watching this show and I was taking notes. I was critiquing. I can't live like this. I was critiquing this show as a world-renowned TV, film, movie, same thing, Nikki, theater, food, therapist, relationship coach. What else? As someone in my respected profession, I was overall observing the show and critiquing. And as I was taking notes for my critiques, I happened to glance up and I saw a reflection of myself in my computer. And I was grinning from ear to ear. Andy Lanithia Cohen, you bitch. I thoroughly enjoyed this show as a world-renowned critic, okay? And I feel really bad. Because I was fighting tooth and nail. I was fighting tooth and nail. I was ready to grab Andy Lanithia Cohen by those 2B curls that he keeps on trying to perm. We see it. I was ready to drag him down the New York streets because how dare he put my girls out of work. But it's a damn good show. Oh, I never thought it would be me. I was like, I'm not watching it. How dare they fire my girls? I said, Andy, bring back my girls. And he said, no, I'm going to give you these light-skinned Latinas and you're going to love it. The jury is still out on love, but I'm not mad at it. Here's the thing, right? As somebody who loves New York City, who lived in New York for 2 years, you can't tell me nothing, right? I will say these women are a bit more relatable for me, right? Their version of New York is a version of New York that I'm familiar with, right? That I've experienced. I just, I feel like the Real Housewives of New York, the older cast, a lot of them were like old money. And so many of their experiences were just unrelatable. We were just watching wealthy clowns. These women are a bit more relatable. And I hate to say it, I think youth also plays a part into the fun that the energy that this show, this reboot is bringing. I will say overall, I think a lot of them, except for Jenna, are putting on a show, right? Because at this point, these housewife shows are big. So these women are coming to this show already, to be honest with you, as fans and wanting to be something better than what they have seen. And I feel like we're going to get a good but rough first season. And we're not really going to see who they fully are until season 2, because everybody is very rocky on the first season because they're still trying to please the audience and they're not yet comfortable with the cameras. So we will start to see a little bit more of the realness come in towards the end of the season, and when season 2 is being released. So overall, a good start. It's so hard to say goodbye. I will say the Real Housewives of New York was good for what it was, right? We got money can't buy you class. You know, we had you stomped in the room in those, what was it? Those Eddie Munster boots. Eddie Munster, those were Gucci. Well, darling, even Gucci makes mistakes. We got mentioned it all. You know what I mean? I was stalked and attacked by the Jewish community in college. We had some moments. We had Scary Island. We had Harry. Everybody was banging that, I don't want to say inbred. He was giving Hunchback of Notre Dame, but I'm doing better. But everybody was having sex with him. I want to know how wealthy he was, because I just could not believe all the puss in New York that man was getting. How wealthy is he? We had Aviva. The only thing fake about me is this. We had some good moments. I'm going to miss them, but I'm not going to cry too long because these ladies are showing up. I will give them heifers that, but I'm watching and I'm critiquing because I'm a critic. And I won't give them everything. But they ate this one little thing. They ate this. But I'm watching. Critiquing. Don't get comfortable. Because Nikki Star TV, world renowned, a lot of stuff is watching you. Let's get into the critiques and observations that I, as a TV critic, witness on The Real Housewives of New York, the rebooted season 14. We got Housewives in Brooklyn. Oh, I know the Countess is shaking in her boots. We got Housewives in Brooklyn, and it's not a problem. I will say, one of my issues with this cast is that I wanted a New Yorker. I wanted somebody who is, born in the boroughs, right? Born in the borough, forged in the borough fire. I wanted an accent, you know what I mean? I wanted, it didn't have to be a community developer, but I did want a born and bred New Yorker who was like a real estate agent. I mean, we got is Erin a New York? Is she a New York? Because I feel like she's putting on something, but that accent gives me Boston. Is she a New Yorker? Maybe that's the real estate agent that I wanted. But child. Anyway, I feel like, especially for the Real Housewives of New York, the previous cast, I just feel like everybody was an implant. And I feel like New York has so many great characters. I felt like we could have had a lot more New Yorkers, but I get it. That was my only critique. I just wanted more born and bred New Yorkers. But it is what it is. Let's first get into their taglines. Oh, wait, do they have them? Yeah, they have them. Let's get into their taglines. So the first tagline is from Bryn Whitfield, Meghan Markle's ginger cousin. Her tagline is, I love to laugh, but make me mad and I'll date your dad. That's a bit creepy. Next up is Aaron. I thought I don't have Aaron's picture. Wait a minute. No, Aaron is here. There she go. What the hell happened to that? Where's Uber? Here. Why don't I have Aaron? Technical difficulties. There's Aaron. Aaron's tagline is, I'm a true New Yorker. Okay. Well, you told me. The only bull I'll take is by the horns. I'm a true New Yorker. The only bull, like BS. Oh no, girl. We gotta do better than that. That wasn't strong. Well, in my opinion, as a TV critic, I didn't feel like that was strong. Let's get into Jenna Lyons. Her tagline is, my lashes may be fake, but I definitely keep it real. Oh, Jenna, you didn't write that. That does not even sound like you. The next tagline is from Miss Giselle. Jessel. Her tagline is, I always bring the flavor. It's not my fault you don't have any taste. Oh, that was good. Okay. I'll give you that. The next tagline is from Cy De Silva. In New York, there's a lot of bad apples, but I'm the baddest of the bunch. Okay, Cy, that was cute. Oh, God. Oh, I'm so sorry, Luann. I'm so sorry. Uba. Her tagline is, the secret ingredient, darling, it's me. Yeah! It's Uba, yeah! Get yourself together, Nikki. Get a hold of yourself. This is embarrassing. And that's it. What do you guys think about the taglines? I liked Uba's and Cy's. Uba and Cy's tagline. I the other ones, I don't feel like Jenna's tagline is her. I don't feel like they know yet what to do with Jenna. So since we're here, let's talk about it. Overall, Jenna's performance in the last 2 episodes, I like her. Jenna is a celebrity of this show. She is the name. You don't know anybody else's name, but you know Jenna Lyons, especially if you are in the fashion industry, and especially if you were around in 2008, 2012, Barack Obama, she was one of the first people to dress First Lady Michelle Obama. It was a huge thing because she was always in J. Crew. She basically raised J. Crew's stock. Like, everybody started shopping at J. Crew because of Michelle Obama. Nobody really thought that it was a clothing line, especially, right? Didn't really think that it was like a hip or trendy clothing line. And Michelle Obama really put that J. Crew on the map, and Jenna Lyons was a part of that. So if, Jenna Lyons, she is the name. And a lot of people were shocked. A lot of people, being me, was shocked that she would do reality TV. I just did not think that she had the personality for it. And I was just shocked that she would be a part of a show like this. And I will say this, I'm a woman and I could change my mind. Thank you, Wendy Williams. I was wrong about Jenna. I thought that she would be boring. I thought that she would not be interesting. I will say she's a little quiet for TV. A little quiet. A lot of times I got to turn up the volume. So whoever is running, puppeteering that theater production, tell her to speak up. You got to tell her to speak up, or give her a louder mic, because far too quiet for television. Yes, it's not, for TV. Yes, it's not theater, but far too quiet. Far too quiet. She has to speak up. But she's showing up in a lot of ways. She's very grounded. I think out of everybody, she shared a lot, very intimate things. We're on episode 2, and I was like, we getting in it. So she's very open, very endearing, complex. I was wrong about her. I just did not think that she would show up on a reality TV where you have to be messy. But I think she's holding her own and doing very well. I thought that her personality was a little too quiet for TV, but she still has a quiet personality. But I think she is showing up very well. Let's get into another person who I am going to backtrack my comments on. Sai. And I also did not think that she would be good for reality TV. From what I've seen of her in fashion, on her, she's an influencer, and what I've seen of her on red carpets and in interviews, she's just very quiet, very like, it's just all about the fashion, not really into giving interviews. So I'm just like, if you're not an interview person, how are you a reality TV person? But she's showing up really well. Showing up really well on this show. Jessel, and please correct me if I'm pronouncing her name wrong. I think it's Jessel. I feel like she's pretending to be something that she's not. Very put on. Very first season jitters. So I overlooked a lot of it, but I just feel like she's putting it on. Very snooty, judgmental, rich New York lady. I think that's the idea or the character that she's trying to put on. I think she's trying to be, very Devil Wears Prada, but I don't think that that's her. I don't think that that's her, but I will say she was on camera for 2 seconds and she's verbally, bashing her husband and her mother. So I don't know if that's put on. I hope it's put on, but I will say if that's how she's going to lead out, she's going to have a rocky season with the fans, because I think it's better, especially if you are in a privileged class, a privileged financial class, that you come off as endearing because the audience that this show is being put out to is not of that class. So it's best that you hold yourself as somebody that they will want to be around and not somebody who triggers their trauma that they have received from people in your financial class. So that's just second season tips, but I think you got to come off a little softer. And unfortunately, because you are brown, because you are a person of color, your nastiness, even if it's for a TV, is not going to be received well and will be critiqued even, more harshly because you are of the privileged financial class. You are not of the privileged culture class, unfortunately. Unfortunately, well, there should not be privileges concerning skin color or culture anyway, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Let's move on. Oh, I also will say, I think she's also falling into the trap of tearing down a good husband on this show. Because here's the thing, you may be able to, even if it's just fun little nudges and you don't really mean it, we don't know you and you're inviting us into your marriage and you're talking down to your husband. As soon as we meet you, you're just like, oh, I didn't like him. He was my friend. My mom said that he was like in love with me, but I was like not really into him. And I'm having a really hard time saying nice things about him. And I also don't have sex with him. I think you got to be more careful about that because you're putting that out to millions of people. And let me tell you something. You might have encountered holes in your life, but you have never encountered a reality TV show hoe. Stay woke. Stay woke. Let's get into my fave. I love Uba. She reminds me of Gertie from the Real Housewives of Miami. I think that they have such similar energies, and I will love to see them on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. Oh, shoot, I can't show that picture. Anyway, y'all know who Gertie is. Oh, shoot, yeah, I can't show it. Can it? Well, but she reminds me of her. She's, fun, gorgeous, doesn't take herself, this show or the ladies, too seriously. She brings the joy in any scene that she steps into. She's a delight to see on this show, in ensembles and in her confessionals. Just a star. just a star. I just look forward to her scenes. I also think that her and Bryn would be a dynamic duo. I hope they figure something out, if not this season, but for season 2, because those two together, extremely popular and unstoppable. Listen, even if it's a TV show friendship, like just make it. If you're not really besties in real life, fine. But I think a good co-worker buddy relationship will be really good for this show because you two have really similar and fun personalities, and the audience is going to naturally gravitate to you. It would be very smart for you and Bryn to make that work. Let's talk about Bryn, who is the star of the show, along with Uba. In my opinion, she's young. She's fun. She's, looking for a rich man. She's out there dating, showing you the New York single life. She also doesn't get involved in a drama. And if she's in it, she wants to move on quickly. And that's what I love about her the most, watching her navigate conflicts that are so minute and don't make sense. I love the fact that she is able to move on and just go on to the next thing. That's what you need on this show. When these housewives harbor in conflict, it makes the show so unenjoyable. So unenjoyable. So I think she's a really good character. And I think that along with Uba, absolute star of the show. Let's get into episode 1. So word on the street is the restaurant that they were talking about is Catch. Not me catching a stray. I love Catch. Because in this, in the beginning of episode 1, the ladies are at odds because Aaron. Oh, did I talk about Aaron? Pause. Let me talk about Aaron. I talked about Sai, right? Did I talk about Sai? Yeah, I talked about Sai. I didn't talk about Aaron. She's going to be the villain. I just get villain from her. I get villain from her. We will get into it. But I get villain from her. Anyway, so Erin had a dinner that she wanted all the ladies to come to. Sai and Bryn did not come to the dinner. These are who I'm talking about. Sai, this is Bryn. They did not come to the dinner because they did not want to go to Catch. So in this episode, the show kept on bleeping out the name of the restaurant. So I did a little investigative journalism, and from a bleep insider, I learned that the restaurant that they were talking about is Catch, which is a really nice restaurant in New York City. So I do not understand why they do not like that restaurant. I love me some Catch, and you will see me at Catch. Say whatever you want. Good atmosphere and great food. And hot, rich men. I don't understand what was wrong with Catch. I liked it, but they just did not want to go to that restaurant because they thought it was dated and corny or whatever. I will say that moment was fun and cute. It seemed a bit put on. I don't get that from them. I think that that's something that they're trying to do, right? I think that they've watched all of the Real Housewives of New York seasons, and they're trying to emulate certain characters. So they're trying to emulate the New York snooty thing, and it's just like, oh, I would have went, but I didn't want to go to Catch. That's another thing that bothers me. I don't want to watch the Real Housewives of New York if the cast has accents from LA. I don't want to vocal fry in New York freaking City. Absolutely not. I need you to talk like Tony Soprano. If I'm watching the Real Housewives of New York, if you're not giving me Countess Luann, you got to give me Tony Soprano. I don't want to vocal fry in New York City. Absolutely not. That's going to bother me. So let's work on that. But Catch is a nice restaurant. You will see me there. Highly recommended. The first fight of this episode is about cheese. Sai and Erin are at odds because Bryn said that she did not like the fact that Erin only served cheese. So that is the minute disagreement that the ladies are having. I will say, I don't think that this argument went over well because I don't think these ladies are kooky enough characters to pull off a "you smell like hospital." You know what I mean? On the Salt Lake City show, there are two characters, Mary and Jen, and their issue was the fact that Jen smelled like a hospital. Mary didn't want to be around her because she smelled like a hospital, and it was like this minute thing that blew up the season, and it was such a good storyline. and such a good conflict because you were dealing with the kookiest characters on the show. The Real Housewives of New York do not have kooky characters, so it just the cheese argument just doesn't land. I was happy that they moved on from it because I felt like it dragged the episode. What are my TV critic notes? This is why Jenna Lyons is on this show. She is the first person whose home we have an event in. We did have an event with Aaron, but you just didn't see much of her home. Jenna Lyons, her home, gag worthy. That kitchen, that's why I love New York City. You could only find something like that in New York City. That kitchen, that closet. Ooh. This is why they put her on the show. If not for the personality, for the home and for the fashion. For the home and for the fashion. The way she got Justin together in episode 2 when she was putting on all them designers together, she said, please don't go out like that. Come on. That's the snooty fashion girl that we need on the Real Housewives of New York. And nobody's going to go after Jenna because it's Jenna freaking Lyons. Who you gonna tell her that this ain't cute? You gonna tell her that this ain't put together? Not with that resume. That kitchen. Oh, Jesus, that kitchen. Do it, God. Please end this strike. I need a job. Anyway, beautiful. I was like, this is why she's on this freaking show. This is a New York apartment. I miss those days. I'll be back. That closet was crazy. Let's move into episode 2. Episode 2, we're in the Hamptons. I know that's right. We're starting off strong. Episode 2, we're in the Hamptons. We see Erin's home in the Hamptons. She is actually hosting the ladies. Erin is not the best host. Here is why. Erin started off, her introduction to us was, I come from a big Israeli family and we feast. We have not seen her feast since. We have not seen this woman feast since her introduction. She was making it seem like she do all this shaking and baking in that kitchen and the family comes over for this feast that she makes. She don't feast. And I'm telling you, I don't believe that she cooks because there's no way that you are somebody who cooks for that big family and hosts often. And the only thing that you served your guests was caviar on Pringles. I love when Side clocked that. She was like, you invite me up to the Hamptons and serve me caviar on Pringles. Okay. That's the little stuff. See, that stuff is cute because that's very New York. You serving me caviar on Pringles? Okay. Is this a high-low treat? Yes, Side. I'm liking her. I'm warming up to Side. But I was just like, I don't believe that Erin cooks. I do not believe that. There's no way if you are somebody who cooks often for large groups of people, there's no way that you are serving your guests caviar on Pringles and saying, this is lunch. We eat at 7. You mean to tell me that this is the only thing that you are serving your guests for 3 freaking hours? Uber was like, I need a sandwich. Uber was like, I need to eat something. There's nothing here to eat. That's crazy. I think that was a fake scene. I think her introduction scene was a fake scene. Since we're here, Erin has some controversy. Remember, when they said that there was a Real Housewives of New York cast with the reboot that left the show, I thought it was Erin because right around that time that it was announced that someone left the show, Erin was in a little TikTok battle with her former nanny who was talking about how verbally and mentally abusive her and her husband were, and how they paid her very little and sometimes didn't even pay her at all. I don't know if we're going to see that on season 1 or season 2, but it would be crazy if that don't come up. That girl had TikTok lit with the stories that she was saying about Aaron. I don't know if they're still up. I'm not as messy as I used to be, so I didn't bring them to this channel. That's because as a TV critic, we don't bring TikTok gossip over here. But I will. But as Nikki, girl, it was like a 6-episode series. She was telling the tea. So I don't know if we're going to get that on season 1 or season 2. But I'll be waiting. Anyway, the ladies go out to dinner. They have a really fun time. At this dinner, Jenna opens up a little bit more and tells the ladies about her experience. I will say this. There are a lot of sex conversations. And again, I feel like they're trying to recreate the wholeness. I didn't know any other way to say it. Hoe and horniness of the older Real Housewives of New York cast. And I'm just like, ladies, if that's not you, that's okay. Because the sex conversations were just, it was uncomfortable to watch because they were uncomfortable having the conversations. Like Erin was acting like her and her husband are banging 8 times a day and hanging off the chandeliers. Nobody believes it. Nobody, not that husband who's sick of them kids. I was like, how convenient you guys don't have a nanny. How convenient. But I just felt like they were trying to somebody was trying to be like the Countess and the Luann and, oh, I have sex all the time. I have sex all the time. And then here comes Jessel and she's like, I don't have sex at all. My husband, who I verbally assault, and I do not have sex. Stop telling your business. Stop. Lie. Fake. Make something up. This is reality TV. None of it is real. Why are you telling us your intimate business, right? Like, why? So Jenna gets her some lingerie to try to, spice up things and makes her feel, good and, want to go back and bang. Let's use different language, Nikki. Want to go back and, no, not consummate. Do the marital lambada with her husband. Jessa was very rude. Did not like it, made Jenna extremely uncomfortable. So we're going to see that play out in the next season, in the next episode. What I do want to say about Jenna at dinner is that they started to open up. And the reason why I talked about the sex conversation was because Jenna she was uncomfortable with the conversations. And she was like, oh, well, sex is just different, because I only have sex with women. So I don't really want to get into it. This time when sex was brought up again, the ladies was like, tell us about it. Because you're saying that, everybody is, happy at the end. And that never happens with us. Y'all do not be making marriage look fun. I'm telling you, even with the smiling and the Easter family pics, the stuff y'all be saying, women, y'all not having a good time. It just does not seem like a fun thing to do. Anyway, Jenna then, starts to, just tell them about her experience. And then they want to know who she's dating. And she's like, no, I want to keep that private. And she says, I am keeping that private because the person that I'm dating wants to remain private and off the show. I think she's the only one who can get away with it because she's Jenna Lyons. She's a name. She's the only celebrity on this show. So I think that she is going to be the only one to get away with it because if Sai, who never shows her husband on any of her platforms, showed her husband episode 1, Jenna's the only one that has to get out of jail free card. I don't think anybody else has that. Because Sai never shows her husband. Remember, we talked about that. And I was like, how is Sai going to film this show? Because she don't show that man. I think she doesn't show him because he's, you know what I mean? No shade, but, a lot of you black and POCs, y'all be high in the partner. Y'all be head over heels in love, but never had him in the pictures. Why? I'm being messy. Anyway, Jenna's, in my opinion, is the only one who can get away with that. I don't think that anybody else on the show will be able to do it. I think everybody's going to have to be very open and honest about their relationship, or give us details, fake details. Jessel, please don't tell us all your business, because I feel like from the way they are showing this relationship, I hope we don't have a D word. I hope we don't. You know what, y'all know what I mean? D word, ending up. I don't want to say it. And an end. When a marriage comes to it, I hope we don't have that. But from that trailer and the way it's looking, they trying to act like that man is cheating. Girl, stop telling your business. Stop telling your business. You gonna need help. Your mother is too old. She don't feel like them twins. You gonna need help with them twins. Make it work with that man. Make it work with that man. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, I want to end here with Jenna. Sexuality is a spectrum. And I say that because Jenna dated men her entire life. Dated men her entire life. Her marriage was falling apart with her husband, and she was hanging out with one of her friends who's gay and a lesbian, and she was just curious. She wanted to know about her sex life, because obviously she just was not getting sexually fulfilled in her relationship with her husband. And she said from that conversation, she started to have dreams about having sex with women. And then she was like, something just changed in her. And immediately she just knew that she was a lesbian. She was good and mature when she got divorced. Ain't that something? So a lot of people are just like, oh, I always knew. And Jenna's like, I ain't know until I was 40. So you lived your life not even closeted, as a straight woman. And it was just like, you know what? I'm a lesbian. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? That's why we got to stop with all these boxes. We have to stop with all these boxes. I think the only box that I want to stay in is black, because it's just too cool of a culture. But I think like every other box, oh God, I don't think I can get out of that straight box. Yeah, I'm in that one. Oh, losers. It is so hard as a straight woman living in this world. You know what it's like being attracted to your oppressor? I'm getting off track. Anyway, I just feel like we just label people so much. And we don't know enough about humanity to do that. And I think we label people so we can find out how to treat people and how to judge people. And we're getting too deep. This is the Real Housewives of New York. Anyway, that's all I want to say about this show, these 2 episodes. What do you guys think? Let's get into it in the comments section. GGF says, I hope Sai isn't late for everything like Dorit, because she's posting fashions. I will say, I think the ladies are going to get sick of her being an influencer real quick, because everybody's acting like they're besties. I'm like, you guys are associates. Y'all never hung out with each other. Y'all never hung out with each other. If it wasn't for work, y'all have just never casually hung out. Y'all acting like y'all besties. I know that's for show, but I think they're going to get sick of her real quick with that. Also, Jenna Lyons is me. I do not do trips with associates, acquaintances. I don't do that. I do not like doing trips with people I do not know or like have like close relationships with. If it's not my besties, it's my family. If it's not my family, it's my besties. But I just don't do that. She was having so much anxiety about that trip. She was just like, I like, if I'm hanging out and I'm going somewhere with people, I like having my own space. I like having a place that I could retreat to. Not being stuck in a Hamptons home with my coworkers who don't feed me. Child. But she did good. You did good, Jenna. I'm telling you, Jenna gave us a lot. We found out that, her job, you know what, Jenna? I think you have a lawsuit against J. Crew. Because she was just like, her boss called her and was just like, we heard rumors that you're dating a woman. Can you confirm or deny? And she was like, confirm, and hung up the phone. But I'm like, can your job ask you about your sexuality or who you're dating? Isn't that weird and illegal? But anyway, we found out about, her, discovering her sexual identity, her being outed by, her job, her anxiety about that. And, she was just like, when it came out, I was just really stressed out because I didn't tell my mom or my brother. Like, nobody knew. I was just dating women. I was figuring some stuff out. And then we also find out that she doesn't have a good relationship with her mom, who just passed away. Jenna was giving us a lot. Sai, you all need to open up, because Uber and Bryn can rely on being funny and fun. Because you're not the one with the best fashion. Well, you're not the only one with the best fashions. Everybody is fashionable. And ain't nobody catching Jenna Lyons. You got to give us something else, girl. Miss GG88 said, Kim Pyre said it was Catch. I had no idea what they were saying. Yeah, how dare they? Catch is a fun place. And when I do, when I finally am able to visit New York and I do a meetup there, Star family, we're meeting up at Catch. Who is Brit inside? I like that place. DGF said, I hope Sai, oh, we got that one. Hope Sai ain't late like Swinky Jerry. Marianne said, I've seen real relationships like that, talking about Jessel and her husband, and they're actually not really toxic from what I can see. They just say nasty stuff sometimes, but then the next minute they're all lovey-dovey. I get that, right? But Jessel is just nasty to everyone. Even the ladies are talking about it. And I honestly feel like she just doesn't give me that. There's something inside me that just doesn't believe that is her personality. I feel like she is putting it on for the show, or like turning it up to 1 billion. And again, that's what happens with your first season. It's not really you. You're not giving the audience the real you. You're giving a character that you think the audience wants. Once they figure out and find their tribe in themselves, they'll get it together. Hey, Josie. Josie said, Nikki, we are going to find out before the show even started. He was banging someone else more than a year without sex. If he ain't banging someone else, he was, I hope not, Josie. I hope. She does, Miss T. Uber is Chanel from Dubai. Wait. Why you put the allegedly there? Oh, is that like a jokey? I'm like, what's going on? But she reminds me of Chanel too. Really? Unapologetically, Mamel? Said Uba is boring to me. She's giving friend vibes. It's 2 episodes. I will say, Gertie is a friend of the Real Housewives of Miami. And Uba, I do have to agree with unapologetically Romel. You do give off like friend vibes. Like, we need to see more of you. But I don't think that's on her. I think that's on the show and how they edited it, right? So you just got to give us a bit more Uba. Unapologetic Romel also said, I'm loving the reboot way better than the old cast. Well, 2 episodes. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Miss UG88 said, I like Jenna's awkwardness. Very relatable. I wasn't into fashion, so I had no idea who she was before this. Oh yeah, that's the only one that they were talking about. We ain't know nobody else's name, but we knew Jenna Lyons. DGF said the soup and cheesecake storyline was unnecessary. Production needs to take a step back and let them breathe a little bit. No Lucy Apple required. I agree. Dahlia said whoever did Jen's lips fillers did a good job. Plump, but not too much. She should stop there where she could still. Was the lip filler new? Because my sis was struggling. I'm like, what is happening? What's happening? I saw a little struggle. Momi said Andy got it right with this reboot. So far, this new cast is refreshing to watch. I agree. Drewski, thank you so much for the super chat. Drewski said Andrew Lamethea Cohen called their bluff, and now look, egg on the old cast face. That's what they get for being racist. Absolutely. Let's talk about it, Drewski, because we would not have a reboot if the whole cast decided to come together and film. The issue was the ladies, aside from Sonia, did not want to film with Ebony. Now nobody has a job. And the reboot, better than that last season. Let's tell it. Let's tell it. Did you like that? And the Oscar goes to, because I'm looking at the comments, Ethan is like, oh no, Ethan, I was joking. I was joking. If Josie is good. I was grinning from ear to ear. I was like, Bryn, I'm so disappointed. I am so disappointed. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. They are a breath of fresh air. Yes, very nostalgic. That's what it is. It's very nostalgic and it's just very New York. This to me is a New York that is relatable, right? A realistic New York. I feel like the Real Housewives of New York was just such old money. You just, what is happening here? But if you're, if you're Gen X, millennial, do we got any? I don't think Gen Z could really hop onto this yet. Wait, how old is Gen Z? I think we got Gen Z here. Yeah, y'all into it too. Like you can get it. You know, the kids are still very young. When I send anybody off to college, maybe Jenna is. Jenna's the oldest, but she just has to be there. She has to be there because she's so many things, right? She's a celebrity. She's the fashion girl. She's the LGBTQ. Let God be true. Quickly community. And she's also the depth of this show. Jenna goes deep quick. You're like, oh my gosh. Oh, thank you for letting us in. Oh my God. Well, we're gonna go do something fun. You know what I mean? So she deserves that spot. But I think, yeah, she's the oldest. She's 54, so she's the oldest on the show, right? We were getting into our 70s on the Real Housewives of New York. We gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up at some point, Mitch McConnell, Diane Feinstein, RBG. We gotta wrap. You know what I'm sorry. Because at some point, if you can't see, read, or hear, you gotta wrap it up. Ciao. Making decisions that affecting millions of people and you don't even know where the hell you at. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. Let's refocus. I feel terrible. Yes, this is real New York. That's what it is. It's like real New York. Oh, I feel so bad. Please don't tell the Countess. Oh, please. I feel so bad. I was just like, oh, I'm living. I'm enjoying. Oh, Dahlia said, 1, throwing the fake leg. 2, Ramona, crazy eye catwalk. Yes. Luann hitting on the pirate while high. Remember when she literally had an affair with that man? She slept with a married man. Remember that? I don't know where they were at. But they were like, oh yeah, the guy that you slept with was married. They were like mad at her about it. She was like, we're on the trip. Be cool. Ma'am, you slept with somebody's husband. Say what you want. But when the girls were good, they were great. They were great. This cast still has a long way to go. They got big shoes to fill. We're not counting the old cast out. They did what needed to be done. This new cast is good, but they haven't caught up to them yet, in my opinion. And number 4, all the ladies with the runs. And yes, clap, clap, clap. Give him time. Give him time. Yeah, I love Brooklyn too. I love Brooklyn. I was considering a brownstone there, but I just love a high rise condo. I just love a high rise condo, and because I'll never be in a high rise condo in LA because too many fault lines out here for me. Um, the East Coast is the only place I'll get it. I feel like Atlanta is just where I'm going to just have my New York home. I feel like that's where it's just going to be because I just cannot put all that money into literally building, literally renovating, and buying a million plus couple billion plus home on a place that's literally sinking sand. Unfortunately, I love that place, but I just can't invest in it financially. They don't love hip hop. They were. Yeah, I realized that when I was just recalling it. I was like, yeah, she's a New Yorker. Oh, Sai's a New Yorker as well. I think Bryn is. I think Bryn is. I'm telling you, I don't know. I think it's my Negro Spidey sense, but I don't know. Like we know us, we know us. And I was looking at her, and I was like, and then I zoomed in on them roots, and I'm like, hey cousin, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I saw it in Joe Manganiello. I saw it in him. I said Italian wear, Italian wear. Ladies, he back on the streets. That werewolf is back on the streets. And I heard he trying to connect back to his roots. Anyway, anyway, they're trying to make her, they're trying to make her like the young Samantha on Sex in the City. Like, you know what I mean? They're trying to, she's looking for a sugar daddy. That's the thing that they're trying to do with her. That's her character that she's going to play. I don't think we're going to see Brent until season 2 like the rest of them. We're not going to see who they really are until the next season. I feel like Jen is the only one really showing up. Because who does she got to perform for? She already has an established name. Um, um, that gold backsplash. There is a bomb in Gilead. Ow! And I know she don't cook a thing in that kitchen. She just look at it. Oh, to die for. To die for. Love their whole house. I was like, every room, every room. I loved it. It reminded me. It's a smaller version of what is her name? There is oh, never mind. I can't even talk about it. There's a lady who was on a streaming service, the one that owed me money. They all do, but this one owes me a lot of money. The one that I was protesting today, right? Um, looking cute. But she has a show 2 seasons in on that Struck network streaming service, and she was formerly a Hasidic Jewish wife, and she left the Hasidic faith. Some of her kids came with her. Her youngest is still in the Hasidic faith, and she still has a good relationship with her Hasidic husband, but he doesn't like the film on the show as much. And she also had a daughter who was married to her in Hasidic man, and she was still pretty much in Hasidic faith. They just got divorced, and her youngest daughter, I think, came out on a show. It's a, don't watch it. But Where's my, oh, there she is. But she has her home and her closet. She's a shoe designer. Y'all can say the name of it. Y'all can say the name. I can't, but it's a really good show. But I just started to say, if you ever go see it, pirate it. But if you ever go, no, I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. But if you ever see it, her home, especially that closet, is to die for. Now, Jenna can't catch her closet. Jenna got work to do to catch that lady's closet. But Jenna's closet, you just randomly have Valentino in there. Yes, mama. Yes, mama. I ain't want to say it, but I'm like, Aaron, I'm sorry. You told us you come from a big Israeli family and all y'all do is feast, and then you invite Black and Latinos up to your home and you feed them caviar with Pringles. You inviting people from a feasting culture. You come from a feasting culture and you don't have no food? Aaron, what's going on? What's going on? What is going on? Hey, NTR, how are you? Hey, Lorena. Oh, how long have we been on here? Oh, let me wrap this up. Lorena D. Brooklyn said, I said that too. I was really surprised to see Size Hubby. Yeah, she don't show that man. But Bravo said, you won't be on this show. Smart move. Smart move for her. Smart move. I tried my best editing. I tried my best. Jen said, well, my older cousin has 4 kids, 4 babies' fathers, and she hasn't seen the penis or wanted to in like 3 decades. I'll never forget the time where not my neighbor, but the church that I used to go to, the neighbor to that church, you know, was a typical Philadelphia stud. I go to college. I come back. She hugged up. Hugged up with this man pregnant. But like still in the stud attire. It was mind blown. I'm like, and it was hugged up. Hugged up like Remy and Papoose on the porch. And I'm like, ma'am, sir, what? What? Spectrum. Spectrum. I don't think it's a lot of us that are locked into sexuality. I think there's a lot of people who are very free, and then there's the unfortunates. OMG. Miss T said Jenna definitely comes from the don't ask, don't tell era. I can see her keeping it quiet. It wasn't the same back then. Yeah, I see that, but I'm just like, you just had a conversation. You just had a conversation. I was like, oh, I'm a lesbian. A conversation? That's all it took? Nothing else? Child. Erica says, I think that Jenna's sexuality was repressed because of the emotional void from her mother. Yeah, she said that her mother has Asperger's syndrome, and she was very distant and cold to her, and she just thought that her mother was just being nasty. But when her mother got diagnosed, it made sense. And one of the ladies mentioned that, oh, when Jenna said that, I got it, because Jenna is just like that, distant and cold, like her mom. And I was just like, oh, I don't think this is gonna go over well. Not you telling her she's like the mother that, emotionally neglected her. I wouldn't tell her if I was you. I wouldn't tell her if I was you. Her mother didn't know she had Asperger's until later in life. It's an interesting parallel. It is. It is. Um. Oh wait, Uber and Chanel are cousins. Wait, who's cousins? I have to finish that so Steph. But who's cousins? They said somebody's cousin. Chanel and Uber are cousins? Oh my God, if we get Chanel on this show, that would be awesome. Yeah, and again, I think it's editing. Like maybe she probably started off as a friend, but then in the editing process, you're just like, oh, she has so much. Let's just make her a main cast member. It happens like that. So it's only episode 2. He supported her this whole time, so she's supporting him now. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Tabitha Brown got Wendy Williams together. Dahlia said, I think going forward, if the reboot is a success, Bravo will start to refresh the franchise cast every few years. After the 5-year mark, time to reboot. I agree. This is a good reboot. You think so, Dollface? Dollface says, no way Jessel has all that white furniture with 2-year-old twins running around. I bet they decorated for the show. You know what? I think it's very believable. If you have the money to keep that furniture white, I think it's believable. Excuse me. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if she did do that too. Are we talking about Jenna's? I'm about to do that as soon as I get off of here. All right. If you don't know the show that I was talking about, Erica Green, she told y'all, and Miss G88. I can't highlight it, but yeah. Closet is crazy. I was like, like all around. Ooh! Ooh! Hey, Megan. Megan said, I feel like Jenna isn't cold at all. In the first episode, how she was with Jessel's mom, I thought that was warm. And when she was saying that that's why she likes her mom so much, I love Jenna. Look at me. Look, I did not think that she would be a good addition to. I love her. Let me get, because we are way over time and I got to put in timestamps, and y'all like to complain. Why is this longer than the show? Because we like to talk. It's a discussion. This is a collaborative effort. Okay. I don't just put up no review and tell y'all to go mind y'all damn business. I talk about the show and I invite y'all in. We's a family over here. If you don't want a family, keep it pushing. But thank you for the view. Oh, I didn't know that. I love that. I would love to see them on the ultimate girls trip together. That would be fun. I hope we get an appearance. Why not? Let's do crossovers. Why not? Like, every show does not have to be the same. Every show does not have to be the same. Yeah, I feel like if you got the coin, you can keep that furniture light. You can keep that furniture light. Like when I had coin, I had lighter furniture. When that coin started to dry up, I got gray furniture. You gotta do what you gotta do. I didn't mind spot cleaning. Let me just go get some stuff in Spain. When the money started to dry up, when the residuals started getting cut, I was like, you know what? Do I really feel like paying $6 for a spot? Child, you start thinking. Who's wearing wigs? Jenna? That's not her hair? Okay, do I have the wrong person? on before I get out of here. You know, I didn't want to mention the teeth. You know what I mean? I just don't want to talk about older ladies' teeth, but something was happening. That ain't her hair? Unclockable. Work. That's some good hair. I didn't know. Wow. Money well spent. Money well spent. Money well spent. Marianne said, the longer the better for me, especially when it's Nikki. Nothing better on these YouTube streets. Oh my God, you're so sweet. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much. Listen, Star family, we got to be about that. Y'all know I don't like to ask for nothing like that because I'm humble. But this is about to be my only job. We got to share this, baby. We got to build this community. We got to do what we got to do. We got a Star family. It's about 16,000 of us. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these shares up. We all in this together. Come on. We got to do it. Oh, no. I thought it was the skin. The disease affects her teeth and hair. Jenna's giving us everything. Oh, Jenna. Oh, my God. I love her. You know what I love also? I love that Uba loves on her. I love that Uba loves on her and just makes her feel so... Oh, sorry, Countess. I'm so... She owns a fake eyelash company. You know, let me do some more investigative journalism. Oh, child. I had no idea that's a half wig. Jenna, do you have a half wig company? You should start. You should start. Wow. Oh, gosh, she can't have nothing else. Lord, please let that woman have a break. She can't. Oh, okay. I'll check the People article out. You know what? I was thinking about that. Would you guys be interested in a membership? If you guys are down, I'll do it. I'm also working on some merch. Listen, we're working on a Birkin. We're working on a Birkin. Hollywood not gonna stop this show. Hollywood not gonna stop this show. As soon as I found my clothes, I jumped right on here. Seriously, I have not been here because I have not wanted to be. I have not been here because SAG they just take forever to get back to people. Unless you're a celebrity, they're not answering you right away. So I just had a lot of questions that I needed them to answer before I got on here. So I knew that I was not, crossing. I wasn't scabbing. I wasn't, disrespecting my union. I wasn't messing up my membership. I just had to be very careful about that. So please know I wanted to be here, especially with The Bachelorette. We will talk about that show tomorrow. We will get into it. We got a lot to talk about. So that's why. But yeah, if you guys are into a membership, I'll do that too. I will do that too. Yes. Thank you. You know what? Let's talk about it. So Dahlia said, Nikki, I love those glasses. We have some of your face shapes, so I think I could pull them off. Where'd you get them? Well, why did I do that? I got these glasses off of Amazon, and they will be available tomorrow in my Amazon storefront. I got an Amazon storefront. Ladies, gents, and everybody outside and in between. I'm doing it all. I'm influencing. But Dahlia, if you want to send me your address, hit me up on Instagram. I'll mail you a pair. I have an extra pair. I'll mail you a pair. What color do you want? I got black. Oh, where you live? If you're out the country, it's not happening. I can't afford it. International subscribers. I cannot afford international shipping. Not right now. Honesty hour. I love these. These right here. Yeah, Harvard grad. Harvard grad, not legacy, and not affirmative action. Respect me. I like these. Mm-hmm. This is what I wear for my therapist segments. I found the claws, guys. I have animal. Animal. Oh, these are cute too. But the clear are my favorite. And I think that's it. Yeah, I have an extra pair. If you are in the United States, child, I will give it to you. And let me tell you something. It will be through USPS, so it may take a week and a half to get to you. I'm sorry. I used to do that UPS stuff. we got to cut some corners. We got to cut some corners. Listen, y'all getting everything. I'm talking about controversial topics, baby. It hasn't been a week. I have been getting dragged on Instagram over a bonnet video that the white community found, and it was not even about them. Child, we out there. We are out there. We are doing it all. We are doing it all. I will be announcing my Amazon storefront. Well, I already announced it, but it will be live tomorrow morning. I'm putting the finishing touches on it tonight. Absolutely. Watching them all. OMG, Erica, God bless you. Erica, thank you so much for the Cash App. Thank you for live streaming tonight. You're so welcome. Thank you so much for supporting me. But I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. Oh no, I didn't get to the episode. I didn't know that it was on, so I just started binging it. I'll absolutely look for it. Derek, thank you so much. Sorry, family, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I got my cheap eyeliner on. Don't do this. Thank you so much, Derek. Oh my God, I love y'all. Thank you, Derek. Oh wait, was it a message? Hold on. What's going on? I got it. For protest fund. I know that's right. The people united will never be defeated. Thank you all so much. Dahlia says, "Sis, you are so sweet." I'm in Houston. Perfect. And I would love to have an extra pair. I'll hit you up and be grateful. Let me know when you get your membership set up, and I got you. Yes, if you guys are interested, I will put the work on the membership tonight as well. But yeah, I apologize for asking. If you don't mind sharing your address or PO box or whatever, if you want to share with me, I'll send it out, delete everything, so I will not keep your information. But I absolutely send you a pair. Why not? Yes, that's another show I wanted to talk to you guys about, but I just didn't know what I could do. Now I know what I can do. So yeah, we're absolutely going to talk about that. The shows that I will be talking about is Project One Ray, Caught Up on 90 Day Fiance. I was watching the shows that I would be critiquing. I was watching Bell Collective, but it just makes me uncomfortable. It's just getting very uncomfortable and unhinged, and just Black women being abused on TV is not my thing. Ready to Love, I'm caught up on that. We're absolutely going to be talking about that. Love at the Lockup, we back. Friday Night Live, we are back, right? I don't have anything on Friday night. Yeah, Friday Night Live, we back. Real Housewives of Orange County, caught up on that. Thank you so much, Yvette. Thank you. Caught up on that. For Hope this helps a little bit. It absolutely does help. It absolutely does help. Thank you guys. Thank you, Jessica says, for a little something. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I just got it. Thank you. Love you too. Marianne said you're the only one I'll subscribe to if you had a membership. Great. So it's set. We're doing it all. This right here is my Hollywood. This is my Hollywood. And I'm not mad about it. I thank the Lord that at least I just have another platform, right? Because what would I be doing? Probably community theater. Jesus. The next stream will be tomorrow. I'm going to make it earlier. But today was just a really long day. Netflix took a lot out of me. that I'm never picking in at Netflix ever again. That was a lot, a lot. So I was just, when I finally got home, I needed a minute. I needed a minute to break down. I'm going back to where I used to pick it, my normal pick and row. So it will be earlier in the afternoon. I'm thinking either 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. West Coast time for the Bachelorette review. And I think that's probably what they're going to be. And then I'll probably do later ones, but not this late. I was just exhausted, and I'll be watching. No, I'll be critiquing. I will be critiquing. Thank you so much, Erica. Tomorrow, if not 2 p.m., 3 p.m. No, that can't come back. It was getting a little too close to home. A little too close to home. But Friday Night Live is back. We're back. He will never know how he has impacted almost 16,000 people. Crazy, crazy. And that's just another thing. Thank you all so much for the support. The channel is just growing, and I just have to be, especially now, very careful about what I say and do on this platform. So we are walking a fine line. I apologize if you missed my old way of reviewing of critiquing. I tried to put that in, keep the same kind of energy and comedy in. But I just gotta, we just gotta be careful. It's a tricky time. It's a tricky time. But we will absolutely have batch chat critique tomorrow. And you like a late live? Okay, I'll just mix it up. We'll just mix it up. But they will all be in the afternoon or evening. Just because in the mornings, y'all know what I'm doing. Fighting for my health insurance. Anyway, let me get out of here. I got to put the timestamps in here. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Thank you for the cash apps. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for driving up the algorithm. Thank you all so much for the support. I would like to apologize because in the pursuit of my career, I just have not been here as I should have been. Of course, there are other, of course, working things like that and just, chasing this dream takes a lot of time out. But you guys take time out of your day to, not only watch me, but support me. And I just wanted to do better about that. Actually, something I actually prayed about. Let me tell you something about how powerful my prayers are. Remember when I prayed about that cotton commercial? What happened? I didn't pray to the Lord, and I was just like, because I really felt bad because a lot of people were hitting me up on Instagram, and I was like, God, I want to be better about this platform. I really, really do. I didn't know he was going to do this. I got a powerful prayer. Who need a breakthrough? Girl, break every chain. Not me being Tasha Cobbs. Anyway, I'm going to do better. And I just really do thank you all for the support because not many people have this. These YouTube streets are hard. There are people who have been up on this platform longer than I have, not nearly where we're at and with the interaction that we have. So I'm so thankful. I really, really am thankful and even more appreciative. But yes, I just wanted to say that. And thank you all so much for supporting me. Tracy says, shout out to the Nikki Star replay gang. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like this video. Please leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share the channel to your social medias. Hey, Ken, love you. Love you, Marianne. Okay, we will keep them up, Jazzy. We will keep them up. I just know that I'm on the West Coast, so I know that that's late for a lot of people, but we'll mix it up. We'll do 2, 3, 6, 7. I don't think I'll go any later than 7:30, unless the international people are down for it. Let me know. We will mix it up. I'm going to start being specific. Because I was talking to my mom, and my mom was like, remember you prayed for this? And I was like, oh. I did ask for more time with my YouTube channel. Who knew? Oh, Lord. Let me start praying for climate change. Jesus, cool down the ocean. Please. Cool down the ocean. Anyway, I love y'all. Let me get out of here. I will see you tomorrow, if not at 2 p.m., 3 p.m. I'm going to figure out the time while I put the finishing touches on my Amazon storefront. Doing it all. Doing it all. I might just be starting a hair care line. Who knows? You're going to come onto a live. I'm going to be selling wigs and purses. I got to do what I got to do. Love y'all. See you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you for supporting me. Oh my gosh.